In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly why I no longer focus on residential real estate, but instead I focus a large majority of my time on commercial real estate. Let's dive in. So one thing I want to share is that a few years ago, before COVID, I was doing a little over 100 transactions a year in the residential world. I was working 100 hours a week. I was freaking exhausted. I had a massive team, 14 or 15 people at the time, half of which were on payroll. I had this big operation and it was absolutely exhausting. Don't get me wrong, I was grossing over $1 million a year in my GCI, right? And at the same time, you know, it wasn't exactly what I thought it was. I was trying so hard to become a millionaire. I was working endless hours. I was willing to do whatever it took. And at the same time, I realized it wasn't what I wanted. I didn't want to work 300 hours a week, every single week for the rest of my life. In my area, based on my average price point, I had to sell 100 plus homes at $600,000, $700,000 at, you know, about $12,000 to $15,000 average commission check. Times 100 is $1.2 million to $1.5 million. And after all expenses, I wasn't walking away with over $1 million. It was freaking hard. Again, like I was probably 40% buyer side and 60% seller side, so it wasn't like I wasn't showing properties at the time. I mean, I had to have showing agents who were both on salary plus bonus and all this other stuff. It was just freaking exhausting. I had spoken with a mentor of mine who guided me in the right direction, who shared with me the fact that commercial real estate might have a better future for you for what you're looking to achieve, which is a little bit more flexibility around my time and my freedom. Number two, higher commissions. Number three, I get to work with people that I enjoy working with all the time. Wait a second, you're saying I get to spend more time doing what I want to do because I have more time freedom, and I can do it from really anywhere in the world because I travel a lot and I can do it from my phone because I don't have to be there at the property all the time. Time freedom. I get more money per check, and you're saying that I also get to work with people and do things that I love every single day? Sign me up. The other few things I want to talk about in this video also have to do with the fact that in this economy right now, the pie and how many transactions, both on the residential side and the commercial side, is shrinking. So there is less transactions overall going on right now than there have been in all of history. I mean, let's just call it the last 20 to 30 years, okay? That's pretty much long enough. I'm not even 30 yet. It's all of my history. I want to just say that obviously for as long as we can, you know, that we can even think back, it's never been like this before. So because that pie is shrinking, I think it's imperative for us to realize that if we do not shift, if we do not adapt, our career is going to come to a screeching halt. And if you do not want to be a part of that camp, if you don't want to be a part of those people, then you need to be doing a few things differently than you have in the past. In the commercial world, you have a lot more freedom for where you can do your business. And a lot of the people that I do business with, I mean, they're not in the state. They're all over the country. And it doesn't matter where they're located. Sometimes the properties that they even buy, they don't even step foot on the property. Getting into commercial real estate is not just something that you're gonna dip your toe in the water. Let me test this out. I'm gonna try it, feel it out, and see how it goes. It is something that if you want to make a change in your life, because there is so much opportunity for so many people, but they're trapped in this little box. Maybe that's a corporate job. Maybe that's the residential world and you don't feel like you fit in. I felt the same way before, and I'm telling you, I found out differently. A lot of people are taught to think a certain way, and thankfully, I was taught to think a little bit differently, where life has multiple lenses to it. Real estate has multiple lenses to it, and if you're pigeonholed to a specific lens, you might be capped on your income, and it might feel really freaking hard. So I found out differently that, okay, yes, I can go be successful on the residential side, but successful in the residential world, specifically my story, what happened to me is that the opportunity that I had personally, income-wise, was 1,000x what was possible in the residential side, in the real estate world. You know, I felt like I had hit my cap of what was truly possible for me to achieve in the residential world, and for me to achieve the life that I wanted. Making between 5 and 10 million a year as an agent is not possible for me, at least what I thought. And even what I see today, it's not that easy to make 5 to 10 million dollars per year selling real estate and with my passive income and investments. It is a very difficult task to achieve just selling residential property. I found out differently that if I analyzed, I analyzed what my goals were, what was most important to me, what the hours I want to work, the amount of income I want to make, the people I want to work with, it is possible to do that in the commercial world. So I decided to make a massive shift throughout COVID and the years following, saying I'm gonna start making commercial a little bit more of a priority, more and more and more each and every single year. So for those of you listening here now, it's important for you to just to think about it. What is my goal? And what is actually going to allow me to achieve my goal? If it is selling residential real estate and your goal is to make 2 to 3, 4, 500,000 a year, you can do that in residential sales, and I've helped hundreds of people make multiple 6 figures in real estate. That's doable. Now, if you want to achieve something like $2, $3, $5 million per year, It is much more difficult to achieve those types of numbers across the country. This is why they call it the 1% of 1%. It's a very skewed reality in the real estate world. The most successful people do such a large percentage of the amount of transactions. It's really like society. The top 1% make up 80 to 90% of all the wealth. The top 1 to 2% in real estate do all of the transactions. Do 80 to 90% of all the transactions. So in this video, I just want to make it super clear is that for you to actually make the goal that you have in the future, I'm not saying this year possibly, I'm saying your future goals, okay, of making, if it is several million per year, it might not be possible in the residential world. However, it can be super easily achievable for an everyday average individual who's got the right work ethic and who's, you know, like obviously just not anybody's gonna make millions of hours a year, but someone with the right work ethic, someone who's committed, someone who's persistent and disciplined with doing the right actions over time and building the right relationships can make $1 million easier in the commercial world than in the residential side. So when I noticed this, when I realized this, when I heard this from my mentors and they showed me differently, I said, I need to make a change. And it absolutely changed my life over the last 2 to 3 years, and it's gonna change my life for the years to come. Now, the last thing I wanna share with you is this. Do not try to go it alone. Even the greatest people on planet Earth in any sports arena had mentors, had coaches, had people to guide them. And if you're thinking that you're gonna try to maybe try this on my own and see how it goes, it's not about if you can do it on your own. It's about how much more could you do with the right guidance, the right mentorship, the right people in your corner. If you want to become the best in the world, you need to listen to people who've done it before you. I learned from mistakes, but no one said they had to be my own. They learn from other people's mistakes, so it can save you time and money. Beyond that, guys, if you have any questions about how to get into the commercial world, what brokerage to go to, or your first steps in order to become successful in the business, make sure you schedule a call with us down in the description down below. I'd love to be able to support you, or you can put it in the comment section as well. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. We always appreciate that as well, and subscribe if you haven't. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. If you're still watching this video, that means to me that you're a committed real estate agent and you're looking to take your life and business to the next level. I'm just curious. Why have you yet to schedule your free, no obligation coaching consultation? All you have to do is simply go in the description down below, and people are telling me this call has been the most unbelievable, the most powerful call they've had in their entire career. And here's just a few of the individuals who have taken full advantage of this call. And my mission is to support as many realtors as possible, build a 6- and 7-figure net income business so that they don't have to rely on this industry anymore for their everyday income. If you're a committed realtor, which I can seem like you are, all you have to simply do to take full advantage of this free coaching consultation is to go in the description down below and schedule your free call now.